Leaves make great subjects for photos because they're absolutely packed with detail. So just look around, find an interesting one like this subject I have here and get nice and close to it. So of course the first thing that you would do naturally is get nice and close to it. But the problem with this shot is that it's just a bit confused. You've got the grass and these other leaves around it, and it's just not really concentrating on that main subject. I want some way to separate this from the background. So here I've just picked the leaf up from the ground and held it up in front of the camera, and that's now avoiding that busy background that was all in focus before. Now, because I've got the leaf held pretty close to the phone and the background is further away, there's more separation, there's some blurring in the background, and then I've angled the spine of the leaf diagonally across the frame. I really like the way that that is filling the frame here, and by holding the leaf quite close to the camera, it is throwing the background out of focus. It is giving me the attention to the subject that I always wanted. However, at this point, you should now really pay more attention to the background, because here I can see this building and it's just taking away, it's detracting from the natural look of the leaf. I'd ideally want more of a natural background. But by simply angling the phone downwards a little bit, I can fill that frame with a natural background. Here there's a big plant, but grass or sand or any other natural background would work really well here. Notice how, since the subject is quite close to the camera, I am getting some nice blurring and separation from the background. Also notice how I've kept the leaf diagonally across the frame, but as I twist it in my hands, see how the lighting and the reflections really vary. So it's worth experimenting with that to achieve the maximum detail, because that is what this picture is all about. Right, I'm happy with that, so let's review those pictures and see which ones look best. In this shot, the leaf is on the ground and I've got it in focus. There's lots of nice detail, but unfortunately, because the leaf is at the same distance as the grass and these other leaves, well, they're all equally in focus, and it's proving to be quite a distracting background. What I really want to do is concentrate on this main subject, so we need some greater separation from whatever's around it. Here I've picked up the leaf and held it close to the camera while keeping the background a little bit further away, and you can see how it's already given greater separation. The leaf's in focus, the background is a little bit blurred, and that really allows it to stand out. Also notice how I've angled the leaf diagonally. We've got the spine here running from corner to corner. I like the way that that looks. But as soon as you're framing up a shot like this, do keep an eye on every element in the background, because there could be something distracting. In this case, the building behind the leaf. What I really want is a 100% natural background. So in this example, I've angled both the leaf and the camera downwards so that I'm looking away from any buildings or monuments, and instead I've just got this plant behind it. Equally, this could work well with grass or sand or any other natural background. The important thing for this composition is to keep out any buildings or anything else like that that could distract from this natural subject. Again, I've kept the leaf spine diagonal on the frame, but I've also twisted it in between my fingers and thumb in order to see how the reflections and shadows fall on these smaller spines. Just twisting it a little bit can produce greater shadows and more detail. So I'm pretty pleased with the way that this has turned out. And because it's reasonably high contrast, it could also work well in black and white.